Hi, I'm Teresa from Accelerator Coaching. Over the next 3 minutes, I'm just going to cover some key questions and strategies for making decisions. So, how will you make that decision? Big question. You might have lots of decisions to make. It might be very overwhelming. Just look at the main question. How will you make that decision? What factors will make the most difference to you? Or I could reframe that as what areas would have the biggest impact on your life and business right now. So what factors will make the most difference to you? What do you need to know to make a great decision? So my interpretation of that is knowledge and building up knowledge by speaking to lots of people to make that decision, but you may have your own. So what do you need to know to make that decision? What would a great decision look like? Now, forget the timing of it. And just think of the end in mind, as Stephen Covey would say, and notice what you notice and find a win-win. So what would a great decision look like? Start with the end in mind. How do you usually make a decision? And look at the times when you made really good decisions, sound decisions, great decisions. How did you make those decisions? And write that down and just look at where you were, how you felt, what you did to make those decisions, and translate that into today's decision-making process. So then in terms of strategies, what decision strategies could you use? So I'm going to just share a couple of thoughts. I have a wealth of tools, so feel free to email me and I'll send them to you. Rational ones. So look at all of your options and write down the pros and cons. SWOT analysis is another option. But when you look at that, look at the pros and cons of pursuing each decision, pursuing each option, and then look at which is the most advantageous. Intuitive, follow your gut. How do you feel about this decision? Decisive, what approach would most quickly lead you to a decision here? Now, that's where disc profiling comes into the fore, because some of us make decisions very quickly, some are on impulse, some need lots of factual information, some worry about what everybody else thinks and really struggles with change. So it's looking at your decision-making process and your team's potentially, and considering all of their communication styles when making this decision. And in terms of cost, what will it cost you, your time, your resources, to make these decisions or make the decision? What will it cost if you don't make a decision? And what will it cost you and the business if you let current circumstances override that decision? And in terms of adaptability, what decisions could be left open to allow for new information options? So, and then being adaptable to that. Which things must be decided on now that can't be put off until later? So that's a few questions for you, and I'll type them up for you, and hopefully it helps with making some decisions in your life and business. Thanks for listening.